Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth. Today I would like to do a faux washi tape video, and for that I have my pieces of acetate, some vellum, stamps, inks, and alcohol inks. Well, I had this idea in my mind for quite a long time, but then there were a YouTuber who also made this video, like this sort of a video, and I was like, meh, kind of too bad to do it in a row. But then I thought, why not? I need to taste these inks because I haven't used them yet. Well, only these two. These I just swatched, and these I've used in my art journal. Well, not for its intended use, like not as alcohol ink. And this I haven't even tried yet. So I want to give it a try. I want to make this for washi tape for so long. So yeah, I decided to do that anyway. I will use my double-sided tape for that. I don't have much left. We will see if it will be enough. And I have a thin one as well, so we need that. I will use my StazOn ink, probably in like green and brown colors for the stamping because they can dry on a alcohol ink surface. I have tried it, and like my distress inks and oxides didn't dry, and this did dry, although they need quite quite amount of time, but it's okay. I will try not to smudge them at least. So yeah, we can start, I think. And what we will need to do first is to kind of prepare our surface, which means that I will just take my pieces of vellum and acetate and cut them in a size that I want. It doesn't really matter. I don't want to work on a bigger piece one go. So I will have two of vellum and two of acetate, but they will be different in terms of what I will use on them. Different colors, I mean. Okay. And also to apply the ink, I will use just this discs, cotton discs, cotton pads. Yeah, I believe they call it cotton pads. I have ordered the special rounded things for that, but they haven't come yet, so I am waiting. And before that happens, I need to work with what I have. And these are cotton pads. So what we will need to do now is just apply the double-sided tape, and I will use my baking paper to kind of put the double-sided tape over it, so I will not glue it on my mat. I will kind of do this so it will not bend a lot. Try not to push the ink on my surface. So I hope it will be a quick video. It doesn't really work for me all the time, but I will try. So essentially what we need to do is just to place the washi tape on all the surface, and I will leave just a bit of a space between the tape so I will be able to cut them and not losing anything. Well, I will still lose, but it will be easier not to cut through the tape as well. Okay, yeah, I think I will not have enough of the tape. So I will do this process for the rest of my for the acetate and the vellum off camera, and we'll be back to you guys. So I have my pieces ready. Vellum looks absolutely gorgeous, and what we need to consider if you use acetate, that it might wrinkle because it's kind of hard to handle it while gluing it pieces down. Here it did better, here kind of worse, but I'm okay with that. We can try to smooth it out a bit. It smooths quite okay, I would say. I actually wanted to have some sort of a brownish ink, but I only have this, which is kind of not really brown, so I cannot do a vintage ink, but I will use what I have. So what we will need to do now is to ink our pieces. Well, let's see. Okay. I'm thinking how to secure my mat. Something like that. Okay, let's try to get rid of the tape here so my piece won't get stuck on it. So there are actually a lot of videos on how to do your own washi tapes, so it's not something new. I'm just really wanted to try my inks out and try different techniques out for myself because I haven't done that yet. So I think it's quite worth it. But you need actually quite a lot of double-sided tape for that, so get prepared if you want to do it this way or the same way that person that I was watching did. I will link her channel down below. We'll kind of do this. That will be all right. Okay, so let's work with the cocoa ink first. So I have to shake it. At least they tell me to do so. If you have like Ranger ink, I believe you don't need to. And I will, let me remove my ring, use my gloves because I will work with the cotton pad and it's not really wanting to keep the ink in itself. It wants to give it to the surroundings, especially my fingers, so I don't want them to be stained. You can remove them with hand sanitizer, but it's just easier not to get dirty in the first place. I will not use the second glove for my second hand. Probably should. So what I will do first is just apply the ink on a cotton pad, alcohol ink, and then I will try to spread it, let's do it like that, more or less evenly on my surface. I also have the alcohol to kind of help it to spread, but we will try to work like that first. So as I have said, I haven't really tried it and I have zero experience in working with alcohol inks, so it's all experimenting for me as well. So I like this color. It's sort of a, I don't know, purplish gray, sort of. It is called cocoa for some reason. I don't know why. And I will just try to cover it more or less evenly. Not really looking for a complete even look, perfect look. I just want to cover it. Should have used the second glove as well, so I will not be worried for staining my fingers. So let's put it on the cotton pad itself. Let's give it a bit of a texture just by dabbing it here and there. Let's try to do it like this. Yeah, so it will not cover your view as well. So depending on the color you use, you might have different results. And I will actually try the alcohol, how it will look like at least, if we add just a bit here and there. I don't know how it will work. It should like blend nicely, but when I tried it, it didn't. I don't know how it works. So I will just stain it a bit here and there to kind of give it a little bit uneven look to it, but I don't want it completely round like that. I want to spread it. And the good thing about this sort of inks that they dry quite fast, so that's a nice addition. You don't need to dry it with your heat gun even. Let's try to spread it a bit. So where I put a lot, there is actually this little hole. Let's do this and this. Just kind of throw it on directly. cup my thing, and I will also dab it. I thought I will use a lot of these cotton pads, but apparently I won't. I'm not sure if you can even understand the color on camera. I hope you can. So vellum is not really a plastic surface, so it reacts a bit differently to a plastic, the ink I mean, so you might have different results. I don't know if you can pick up the color. Let's compare it to something white. So this is white and this is the ink. Kind of a pinkish gray, purplish gray. So let's dry it. And now work with this piece. And here I want probably the green look. Haven't tried green yet, so it would be interesting. Should I care to remove it? I'm not sure. Doesn't really write that I need to shake it. I probably don't. The previous ones were closed much tighter than this one. So alcohol inks from like Tim Holtz Ranger, they have this brownish inks, a lot of them for distressing and such. So yeah, you could use them as well. That would be really, really nice, I think, for a vintage tape and such. Quite a cute little nozzle. Ooh, I like the color, this olive green. I'm not sure that my my brown ink will even show on this surface. Oh, we will try. Yeah, here it works much more like alcohol ink. I will also color this part because I might apply the ink later and use it later. Not the ink, the double-sided tape. So yeah, here it works much more like actual ink that I was thinking. So let's try to add some more. Yeah, I think brown will work just fine here. Okay. Now let's just give it some texture. Just dabbing here and there. I'm not sure if I want to use the alcohol. I think it works well like that. And of course, because here it is acetate and not vellum, it will sort of be glossy, not like vellum. I think we will try this on a vellum as well, but without the tape. I like this look. Let's add just a drop here as well, and here. All right. I also have the turquoise one, but I think I want to use the green more at this point. Yeah, I think it's fine. Let's dry it as well. And let's take one more vellum piece without the tape, but we don't care, and apply it right on it. And I think it will react differently as well on a vellum here. We will see. Because vellum is more like paper than plastic, although it has this surface. Actually, it has different sides, so maybe I should have tried to look which side I use. That's okay. I still like the transparency anyway, translucency. Yeah, it really looks much different at the vellum than at the acetate piece. So I will just apply it like that, randomly in places. Let's have some ink. I like how the cotton pad look like this moth. I hope I used the right word. I think this ink reacts much more like alcohol ink to the vellum as well. Interesting. Or maybe I finally used the right side of the vellum. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's close the ink, because if it will spill on my table, I will be terrified. Alrighty. Actually, quite a nice thing to use if you don't have a special daubers for alcohol inks. Yeah, I'm really not against it. And now I can finally get rid of this glove. Oh, not really a fan of using them, but at least my hands are not dirty. And we can get rid of the baking paper as well. And let's see what we have here. Yeah, it's pretty much dry because it dries quite fast, which is always good. And I have chosen some stamps that I would like to work with. Not all of them, of course. Let's put this aside first. I would like to use this scripty one, maybe some music. Maybe I will stamp like months here and there and photo album, because I will use them for my planner. This is good for washi tape, especially for bigger pieces, but I don't have that much of a bigger pieces, so I will probably not use them. This is always great for a background. And here I probably wanted like an identification check or anything like this. So we can use whatever stamps we want at this point. All right, let's start from the script, I think. And I will use it directly from the thing. And here I want my olive green. You know what? Let's find a paper. Yes, not really beautiful, but at least my surface would be protected. So I will use StazOn olive green ink. I think it will work well with this color. I will contaminate my stamp because I don't have a cleaner for the StazOn ink yet. I will try to invest in it, but not now, later, because I really need it. All my stamps are green and brown and all of the colors. I think we can use it second time. It will dry quite a long time. Maybe you can help it with the gum or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, it will need some time for drying. More script. Let's try. Okay. Let's add it here. And yeah, important thing is not to smudge what you have already. So I need to be careful here, concentrating a bit more. Okay, yeah. I think the color works well with this one. Okay. So I think that's it for this one. Let's use a different stamp next. Which one? We can try music. If I want to contaminate it, we can try this stamp. Which one? I think we can try this. I will use my block here. Yeah, contaminating the stamps. Yeah, I really need to buy this cleaner. Or maybe you have like any advice on how to clean the StazOn ink from your stamps. I will try maybe dishwashing liquid because it removes oil. But I'm actually a little bit, well, not afraid to do so, but just don't know if it will work or not. Baby wipes usually don't help me at all. I don't know how to use them, so they will clean anything. I like second generation stamping. It's not so juicy, it will dry much faster, and it looks, yeah, quite cool. I wonder if we can even try third generation here. Not really. So now I will have this forever green. I don't know if the colors mix together with the different StazOn inks. They should, by the if you think of a chemistry. I don't know if they really do. Okay. this one done, I think, for now. What else can we use? Let's maybe try the photo album one, just in some places. Maybe I can even try different ink, like ganache perhaps, so we will have at least a variety. Let's say right here. I'm trying to see where is the double-sided tape, but I'm not really successful. So because if I will cut through it, it won't really be shown. Like here, I think I've stamped it not really in the right place. Okay. Let's stamp one more with green. Right here. Not really. The second time never actually works, but I think it looks okay actually. A little bit distressed. It kind of removed from here. I'm in shock. Okay, shall we try like July and March and all of that things? I think later. Let's try the Team Halsey one. Will condensed fit on this? It might actually, if we will be precise, which I'm not good at, but I will try. So, do I want it in green or in ganache? Let's have both, I guess. Why not? So, have you tried these techniques yourself? If you did, please share your experience with us. I'm really interested. Maybe you have done it differently, like different technique at all. Maybe you have tried it with glazine bags or not the right side. Maybe you did it absolutely in a different way. So yeah, I'm really interested. Let me know in the comments if you have tried it yourself, this washi tape technique. Ooh, let's try to stamp it again. Well, it sort of worked. Okay, not mad at that. Okay, and let's add. I think that's enough for condensed. Don't want to use it anymore. Let me quickly grab my baby white, so I will just at least remove that much of ink that it can remove. Not much, I would say. You will see it in a second. Yeah, like if I will do that, it really removes almost nothing from it. I don't know why. So it's still this grayish color. Not really clear if we take a look here. Yeah, I don't know why this doesn't work for me. So let's add a few more from this set. I wish like distress oxides would work because they're quite easy to remove from here. Let's try this. Orders attended today or night, or destination also will work, but I think I want something a little bit more precise, so it will not cover the whole washi tape piece. And I want it probably in ganache as well. We can also try spiced chai, because I think it's more orange, but I don't think that orange will look great on this particular color combination. Yeah, it's quite hard to see the tape underneath if you colored it too much. But if you will have like abstract stamping, it won't really matter. You know what? While I am at it, let's stamp few here. I'm not sure if it will dry on this. Ooh, no, eventually. Here it's much easier to see where I stamp. It might dry because I've covered it with acrylic, not acrylic, alcohol inks. But I'm not sure. I will hope it will. I actually like it. The size is exactly what I need. Okay. So maybe a bit more background stamping. So we will not have to do it for the rest of an hour. Let's see. We don't have much space left. So we still can use this on the bigger pieces especially. Let's try it. Let's just try it. And I will use the green one. I will not stamp it as a whole. No, probably won't have enough space. And I'm really trying to position it the right way. Oh, I like it. Looks nice. Let's see if we can get more expression. What did I say? More expression. One more time. Let's give it some time to soak in. Yeah, beautiful. I like this stamp. I never actually used that, I think. Because it's a mushroom, I don't tend to use mushrooms in my projects. But here it works really well with the background stamping. So why not give it a go? Okay, maybe we'll use it on a different piece. But we won't have wider washi tape, wider pieces anymore. So let's see. I probably will use this and more abstractish. Try not to cover the whole piece and just cover the space left, whatever space left. You can also do it upside down, perhaps, like that. And here, yeah, just to feel the space. Here as well. And of course we will try it together, how it looks. Don't know about here. Well, let's just do it. I will try not to put the pressure on different side. Yeah, I think it worked. And maybe right here as well. Yeah. I think this is pretty much ready to go. Stamp here and here because it's not much going on here. Yes. Yeah, so I think this is ready. Let's dry it for now and proceed with this one. And we also have one more green without the double-sided tape. So let's quickly remove it, even if it doesn't really work. And I think I will work with ganache here all the time because the green will not show really. Let's use a different one. I still will use this, but just want to try different sets out. Okay, so I like this do-it-yourself washi tapes and all do-it-yourself collage paper, as I have did in my previous video, which will be linked somewhere here. You can do your own designs, like you don't need to buy whatever it is sold. You can think of your own design, your favorite stamps and such. Yeah, good. Let's try to fit in here. I'm not sure if it will dry on this. Let's see. Does it smudge? it dries. Wow, I wasn't expecting that it will dry that fast. So an acetate stays and works if you put alcohol inks. Maybe it works even without the alcohol inks, who knows. Let's just use one of this to kind of dry, but not too much because it can leave the fiber on it. So let's be careful with that. I don't want any fiber on my stamps, really. Probably putting it the wrong way, but that's okay. All right. I think I want some May stamping here and there because next month will be May, and I want some of that. And also I will use photo album again. I rarely use this, or they are quite sticky to the surface. So how do we put here? Yeah, something like that. May, I will just stamp it here and there. May, it smudges quite a lot. I think that's just obvious because it's still an acetate. So you can stamp different months, and yeah, that will be great, I think. I don't know why from these stamps it actually removes quite well. So maybe it depends on a stamp. I don't know. But these are all like from AliExpress. So I think they're all basically the same quality. And the StazOn ink is quite juicy. I know that doesn't really work. So yeah, they have this a lot of smudging. I don't mind it. Maybe archival ink would be better for that. I'm not sure. Haven't actually used them. Yeah. For some reason it doesn't want to cooperate with me. Oh, a lot of smudging, but that's okay. Alrighty. So let's put this and May back. I think we have enough of planner stuff. Okay, finally used it. Rarely do. Let's take some music, I think. This was actually the whole sheet, one sheet, but I've cut it into several ones because I don't need to use it as a whole, rather as like 3 and individual pieces. I think I have like 2 or 3 individual and 1 or 2 as one. I hope I make sense. I'm not sure how like the directions and all works with the notes. I'm hoping I'm doing it right. But there will be a lot of smudging, of course. And especially because we have some wrinkles, it's not an even surface. It's much more difficult in this case. So yeah, something to consider if you are working with vellum, with the acetate. But it's delicate stamp, so it might look good, I think, because of the, it will dry faster, just like that. Let's try some here. I don't want to ruin the stamping we already did, so yeah, of course, on my hand is always a good idea. I like the color of the acetate. It's not really too much in your face green, but I think it's quite fine. Quite fine. Let's try it here, just to stamp it off. Okay, good. Here it also removes quite nicely. So yeah, I think it just depends on the stamp. I don't know. I'm confused. Okay, so let's try the destination. So I've used quite a lot of my double-sided tape. I need to buy more of a wide one, and actually I need to buy a slimmer one as well. Nah, it doesn't really work for me with these stamps for some reason. Okay, let it be. Yeah, I forgot to put the tape here as well. So let's just give it some time. Well, something like that. Let's try to stamp second time, if it will work or not. Yeah, sort of did. Yeah, from here it doesn't really remove. All right. So what else can we add here? Maybe a bird or the moth. Let's try the moth. I haven't used it, I think. So I will link the stamps down below in the description box if if I found the original. If I'm not, I will link the AliExpress, but I do not encourage you to buy there. Of course not. It's just I don't know the original stamp, and yeah, that's why I'm giving you the link to the non-original one. We'll try to stamp the top part. Yeah, and yeah, good. Oh, I like this. I will not, yeah, let's stamp here and there too. Just moths probably, so it will not take a lot of time. I wonder if it will be noticeable on a page. It should be. Why not? And we also have one more, which I think I will do off camera because it's not with the tape anyway, although it's quite a nice piece. But let's have just a moth here so we will be able to see how it looks like on a page. Okay. All right. So I think we are done here. Didn't really need this. Well, did need. I think I did. I stamped a lot out of it. All right, putting the moth back. And now let's quite clean a bit and find a page that we can use in my journal. So we can just put a tape over it and see if it works. And I will probably use this one because it is probably almost dry. I've said probably so much in with the accent. So let's see, which part do I want? I don't have much going on here. I think I want the condemned. Yeah, let's try it out. And I'm using my scissors for the double-sided tape because I don't really want to ruin my usual scissors. Does it smudge? Well, I think it doesn't. It dries quite fast. So what we need to do now is just remove the backing and place it on our page. Let's say like that. And of course the transparency will depend on how much of a ink you have used, alcohol ink you have used. So here the ink is quite opaque, so we cannot really see the text underneath. Yeah. And I think you can actually tear through the vellum as well, but it will be hard with my tape. There are actually the tapes that work better with the tearing, but mine doesn't really. Let's try this one. Should be dry. I've tried it before. All right. And even if I will leave a bit of a space that is not covered with tape, it will be all right anyway, because the most of the surface will be sticked. Will be, yeah, stick. Yeah, I think. So now the hard part, to remove it from the acetate. Well, maybe not that hard. And this shall be quite transparent. Okay. Maybe not the best idea to put text stamp over the text stamp, but I think you will get the idea. Yeah, so it's glossy, of course, but I think it looks, the color look absolutely great. I like it. Let's find some more pages to put it on, and we can put it over here. Let's try it. Maybe something without the text. Quite hard to find something without text. Yeah, let's try the here. There is a lot of is happening over here. Yeah. So let's try this notes, music notes. And of course, you're not supposed to use all the piece right away. You can use how much you want. That's really convenient. I hope it is dry. Let's put it. I think it wasn't really dry. I think it smudged a lot. Well, let's put it anyway. I will use my scissors here. I like the olive color. It's really looks quite vintage. Let's add some more to this page, so it will be a bit more coherent. Let's add the destination. I hope you can see what I'm doing, because I keep avoiding the frame. That's my, yeah, all the time thing, avoid the frame. Alrighty, here we have two pieces of tape. Let's try to remove them both. Yeah, with the vellum, you really need, with the acetate, you really need to give it a bit more time before you try to remove it and stick. Oh, I like it so much. So yeah, it is really transparent and great. Let's just see how it will work with this. Yeah, here it's also quite transparent. So I like this ink much more than this one, but I think it's just, it says nude. Yeah, well, probably it's much more not that opaque. Let's try this one, and I will show you how to attach it with the tape. If you don't tape all the piece right away, and just tape it at whatever time you want. So let's find my tape from this mess. Oh, it's right here. The journal is quite bulky, so it's hard to work on. Can you see it? Hope you can. So I will just put the tape randomly. So it will just stick. And actually, I was thinking that it might show on acetate, I mean the tape, but I think it doesn't really. And on the vellum, I think it won't be shown as well, because yeah, I thought it's so transparent that it will be really noticeable, but I don't see the tape whatsoever, so that's fine. I'm really happy about it. So just removing it now. Maybe you need to go back to the previous page, because here it's quite a lot already. Yeah, it was somewhere here. Let's add it. Of course, you can use your tearing rule or tear it by your fingers, so it will not look that straight. Yeah, and it's transparent. Well, not transparent, translucent, so you can see the text underneath. I like them off. So yeah, you can actually do it like whenever you need the washi tape. So thank you for your attention, guys. I think that's it for the video. I will put it back later on. That was finally a quick one. So let's see what we have done today. We have made a lot of washi tape for our needs. The really glossy one, but which is really translucent on a page. And we can have a lot of texture with it as well. Also with Vellum, which is also quite great for a washi tape technique, as you have seen me doing. And it depends on the type of the ink you use. It might be more opaque, it might be less opaque. Like here, if we compare it, the same Vellum, but the different ink, and you really can see through it, but not really through it, right? So, well, of course there is tape, but you can hardly see the tape as well, only in some places. So the good, quite interesting technique in that is that you can choose your favorite stamps and stamp it on a surface and then use it as a tape whenever you feel like doing it. It's actually quite a nice project for, creative block when you don't know what to do, what to create. This is so really easy. You just need a paper, some inks, and just stamp it all over, and that's it. And where you will do your projects or your collages, you will have a wonderful pieces ready to go. Yeah, absolutely great. Let me quickly show you what we've done in the journal to kind of recap. Yeah, so this is the green one with the acetate, and we have some more here. Not here. Yeah, this is we actually did on a video. This as well. So here we have all pieces in one. So this not so translucent. This is more translucent, as you can see, and this one is glossy, but I like it really much. I think it looks really vintage with that color. So yeah, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please put a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. Also share this video with your friends. Write me a comment. Tell me something interesting, especially if you have done this yourself. I'm really, really curious. And yeah, I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.